Oh, sorry, I'm trying to record. Hang on. A copper's life is not a happy one. Okay, yes, I'm in my dressing gown. I'm sorry about that. I wouldn't turn the light on. Not because I'm in my dressing gown. Don't get that wrong, because that sounds a bit perverted, doesn't it? It's because you can't see me. Right. Okay. I've now had. Can you see me or not? Okay. Right. I've now had. Right. I've now had. Is that right? Whoa. Yes. Okay. I've now had. Shit. Where's my other? I'm on my second vodka and coke. Right. I've now had. This is my second vodka and coke. So I'm ready now, but I can't remember what I fucking sat down here for. Now I haven't got my notes of the St. Joseph murder, so okay, I haven't got my notes of the St. Joseph murder, but this is basically an update, a remake, a reconstruction. No, it's not a reconstruction. Jesus Christ, what is it? How does anybody get through life with a fucking brain as mushed up as mine? Right, I'm reporting on the prime suspect about the St. Joseph murder. We had the murder psychologist in from day one to try and work out what sort of guy would have done this. The sort of guy that done this is a murderer. But they were trying to get a profile, and I just come up with who would be around 4 o'clock in the morning on what I call a very, very sleepy housing estate. And I got it that it was the milkman. Deadening facts. A milkman. Electric milk float. Can't hear it. Got a lot of bottle. If you heard a crate carrying milk, you wouldn't take any notice. If you're early leaving, or you wouldn't be early leaving, you got to be you got to have a strange old job, haven't you, to be leaving at 4 o'clock or coming home. Coming home from a nightclub, coming home from a narcotics deal, just arriving early because you've got the time set wrong on your clock. Now you can see why I got It's a Milkman. Now, of course it would be a milkman. He's got an electric milk float, you can't hear him. If you did hear him, you wouldn't think, who's that this time of the morning? You wouldn't go, who's that in a milk float this time of the morning? You would go, oh, that's the milkman. You probably wouldn't do the word, oh, at the beginning. You'd probably, so numb in your head because you've grown up with it, you wouldn't even go, it's the milkman in your head. It would just be there and you wouldn't even think about it. But early in the morning, 4 o'clock, electric milk float, no noise. The only noise you would hear is an electric milk float. If you are awake, if you're not awake, you might get woken up by some milk crate jingling. But at the end of the day, what you would find is a guy with an ideal alibi. If you're half awake, you'd be past your eyes in no minutes or no seconds. Pardon me. Who better to know where the guy lives? You collect your money off of him every week or every fortnight, so you know exactly where he lives. You know what time he goes to work, because is he gone before you get there at 4 o'clock? Chances are no. Is he back when you get back to collect your money on a Friday? I know it didn't happen on a Friday, but you get to know about what this guy, the movements of this guy that you want to kill. Yes, he got shot. Was it a milk round or was it a round of ammunition? This is the thing, you see. It's I've got to go out and do my rounds, he says to the wife. She's not going to suspect rounds of ammunition. Is she? Of course she's not, no. Is he married, you ask? Of course he's married. They always are married. Their profile, forget the psychologist, their profile is they will live a normal life. They won't stand out from the crowd. The only way they stand out from the crowd is he's got an electric vehicle. Yeah, okay, then an electric vehicle. You can buy G-Whiz and other electric vehicles, but on the whole, who in your street has got an electric vehicle other than the milk float? Or, sorry, other than the milkman. The milkman's got a milk float. He's pretty much in your street the only one with an electric vehicle. Now, yes, he was caught in Scotland. Forget all that. Have you seen? Let's go back to the Sweeney. In the Sweeney days, you had a Motorola 8500 SX. So did I, and I also had a heavy duty battery. It was that thick, not like that, it was that thick. Okay, now, look how things have come on. You can buy a battery that big now to power the world. In the milkman's milk float, he had a lithium battery. He didn't have a lithium. He didn't have one lithium battery. He had 400. It come about a pack like that. Terminals were good, many of them, but they enabled him to get to Scotland. Yes, he was caught. Why was he caught? Why was he caught? Because the registration of his milk float was R. Sorry, it wasn't even that, was it? It was REV 214K. It was a 1972 milk float. Okay, what's wrong with that? Firstly, it hasn't got an S in the registration, so if you watch Taggart, it's got a fucking S reg. Sorry, it's got an S in the number plate. But when it says Dairy Crest of Colchester, Essex Dairies, does look a bit out of place in Lockerbie. Now, the profile is, if I'd have done the job, I'd have had the Scottish dairies, and I'd have had them peel off and reveal Scottish dairies as soon as I got quite a way away. Sorry, got to stop you there. I wouldn't have even committed the murder. I'm a policeman. Sorry. Okay, right. Yeah, the old vodka and coke is working quite well. I think we should, instead of interrogate, interview, hypnotise, pressurise, pasteurise suspects, we should get them a bit pissed. Because I'm sure the real person comes out when induced with alcohol. Anyway, he committed the murder. Electric milk float, cadmium batteries, managed to get to Scotland. He'd be pasteurised in no time. How dare he do it? I've got nothing else to add. Apart from he's lost his job.